Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Raj Botany. Friends, today in this video tutorial we are going to discuss about a very important aspect of cell biology, that is meiosis, in which from one diploid parent cell there is formation of four haploid daughter cells. So let's see in detail. First we will see the definition. It is a type of cell division which results in formation of four daughter cells which contain the half the number of chromosomes as that of the parent cell. Means if the parent cell contains 8 chromosomes, then newly formed four haploid cell receive 4 chromosome number. Process of meiosis that involves two successive divisions, meiosis first and meiosis second, of a diploid eukaryotic cells within a sexually reproducing organism that results in four haploid progeny cells, each with half the genetic material of that of the parent cell. This is a big difference between mitosis and meiosis. What happens in mitosis? In mitosis, whatever the two cells are formed, that two daughter cells receive exactly the same chromosome number as that of the parent cell. In other words, mitosis is called as equational division, whereas in meiosis, four haploid cells are formed from the one diploid parent cell, and each haploid cells receive half the chromosome number, means chromosome number become reduced. Hence, meiosis is also called as reductional division. In this process, paternal and maternal chromosome get separated or segregated. Not only this, process of crossing overs takes place in between paternal and maternal chromosome, in which reshuffling or exchange of genetic material take place that causes the genetic variation into the haploid cells. This is a single snap of the whole process of the meiosis, which is take place in meiosis first and meiosis second, two parts. Meiosis first again take place in karyokinesis first and cytokinesis first. Karyokinesis, we need to understand here one point. Karyos means nucleus, kinesis means division. Inside the nucleus, chromosomes are there. So, the chromosomes which are duplicated during the interphase, S phase of the interphase, that chromosomes are made to separate during this karyokinesis, which is again take place in prophase first, metaphase first, anaphase first, and telophase first. Prophase first is very complicated, again take place in 5 substages: diplotin, zygotin, pachytin, diplotin, and dikinesis. Cytokinesis first consists of the division of or separation of the cytoplasm. Meiosis second also take place in 2 steps: karyokinesis second, cytokinesis second. Karyokinesis second again take place in prophase second, metaphase second, anaphase second, telophase second. Meiosis first that separate the homologous chromosomes. Homologous chromosomes, we will see or discuss more detail about the homologous chromosome in next slide. Homologous chromosomes are separated that produce two haploids. Hence, meiosis first is referred to as reductional division. We have discussed it earlier. Meiosis first is the first meiotic division. Earlier we have discussed that meiosis takes place in 2 steps or 2 parts: meiosis first and meiosis second. When you say meiosis is a reductional division, that reductional division is take place in meiosis first step. Okay, and this meiosis first step forms 2 cells, and the remaining 2 cells formed in meiosis second. 2 plus 2, 4, means ultimate result of the meiosis is formation of 4 haploid daughter cells. No doubt these all the 4 daughter cells or whatever the cells get formed during this meiosis all are different from their parent. As soon as the process first ends, nuclear envelope start to disappear and spindle fiber start to form. Process first is the longest phase of the meiosis that consumes the 90% time of this meiosis. When you proceed further, before we proceed further, we need to understand some specific terminologies we are going to face during discussion. So in this slide, we will discuss that terminology. First, homologous chromosomes. Homologous chromosomes means similar chromosomes with respect to their length, with respect to their position of centromere, with respect to their staining pattern, and with respect to their position of their loci or locus. Such chromosomes are called as homologous chromosomes. See the centromere position, kinetochore position, synaptomal complex. Yes, very important synaptomal complex. As far as the pairing of the homologous chromosomes is concerned, that pairing is take place due to formation of this synaptomal complex. Then sister chromatids. When you consider this red chromosome, the arm of this red chromosome is called as sister chromatids. Blue chromosome, arm of these blue chromosomes are called as sister chromatids. But when we consider one arm of red chromosome and one arm of blue chromosome, that two arms are considered as non-sister chromatids. Very important term, non-sister chromatid, that will come across while we study the Pasitine stage of prophase first. So remember, non-sister chromatids. Let's move further. Prophase first. First step of prophase first is liptoting, also called as liptonema, means thin threads. During this liptoting stage, the volume of the nucleus gets increases. Liptoting is a very short duration phase. In this liptoting stage, chromosomes are what we can say, chromosomes are in sister chromatid stage, and these sister chromatids are so tightly bound to each other that they cannot distinguish from each other. The sister chromatids are attached at their centromere position, and one peculiar point of this liptoting is chromosomes are thin. Threads thin means threads. Lipto means thin threads. Move towards the zygote. Zygote means paired threads. Zygos means pair. Tin means threads. Pairing of homologous chromosome yet take place. This pairing is called as synapsis. And this synapsis formation is take place due to the synaptonomal complex. Here we can see the synaptonomal complex in between the homologous chromosomes that allow the pairing of these homologous chromosomes. And we can see the chromosomes are in bivalent stage or tetrad stage. Here we can see this figure. The zygote stage is also called as Boukvet stage. Why? Because the telomere which are present at the tip portion of each chromosome, that telomere of each chromosome attached to the nuclear membrane, and this give the flower-like appearance or booklet-like appearance. That's why zygote is also called as booklet stage. Then Pasitine, very important stage of the prophase first. Patchy means thick, thin means thread. Thick threads are there as far as the Pasitine is concerned. The chromosomes are show the crossing over. Crossing over is happen in between non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosome. Remember, in earlier slide we have discussed this sister chromatids and non-sister chromatids. So this crossing over is take place in between non-sister chromatids. Remember, and the point at which this crossing over is take place, that point are called as chiasmata. These points are called as chiasmata, and at this point exchange of genetic material between paternal and maternal chromosome take place. That leads to genetic recombination. Pasitine stage causes the genetic recombination. Let's move toward the diploting, also called as diplonema stage. Diplo means two, tin means threads. During this stage, synaptonomal complex, here we can see the dissolution of synaptonomal complex take place. Okay, that means homologous chromosomes are start to separate from each other, and this stage is called as disjunction stage. Diploidy is called as stage of disjunction, means chromosomes are start to separate from each other. But wait, still chromosomes are not separated. Chromosomes are still attached at the point of chiasmata. Chiasmata at which non-sister chromatids are crossed overs. Okay, so the diploidy is characterized by the disjunction stage. Then dikinesis, which means moving through. Chromosomes condense further during this stage. Here we can see the chromosomes are condensed, become short. It is the first point of meiosis where we can see all the four parts of the tetrads. Intermediate chiasmata diminished, making chiasmata clearly visible at the tips of the chromatids. Here we can see in this figure, here is a point of chiasmata, here is a point of chiasmata, this is also a point of chiasmata, but this is intermediate point of chiasmata and this is terminal point of chiasmata. Chromosomes are separated from the chiasmata point, but at the terminal position we can see the chiasmata point also. That's why this dikinesis is characterized by terminalization term. Terminalization. The intermediate chiasmata diminished, making chiasmata clearly visible at the tip position, means terminal position. Hence the term terminalization. And lastly, nucleus and nuclear membrane disappear and the meiotic spindle begins to form. Let's see the summary of stages of process first. Diploidy, condensation of chromosomes. Chromosomes that chromatids are not distinguished from each other. Zygote, the formation of bivalent or pairing of the chromosomes, homologous chromosome takes place due to the synaptosomal complex. Pachytene, characterized by the formation of chiasmata point. This chiasmata point is formed due to the crossing over between the non-sister chromatid of the homologous chromosome. Then diploidy stage, dissolution of the synaptosomal complex will take place, but chromosomes are still not separated. They are attached at the point of chiasmata. And dikinesis characterized by the terminalization. Okay, let's move further. Metaphase first. Spindle fibers are formed during this metaphase first. The spindle fibers causes that spindle fibers are attached at the centromere position of the chromosomes, and these spindle fibers arrange the chromosomes at the one imaginary line, one imaginary straight line. That imaginary straight line is called as the equatorial plate or metaphasic plate. So this is a plant cell and this is an animal cell. One thing we need to remember here, as far as the animal cell is concerned, ester formation is take place. Here we can see the ester formation. Exactly from what, from which the ester get formed? There are the centrosomes, that two subunits are there of the centrosomes. That two subunits are the centrioles, and here we can see two centrioles. As soon as the prophase first is over, these two subunit centrioles are moved toward the poles and they begin to form the spindle fibers. So here we can see the ester formation. This is the animal cell, and ester formation only takes place in animal cell, not in plant cell. Okay. Then next move toward the anaphase first. Two homologous chromosomes of each bivalent are pulled due to shrinking of the spindle fiber. And one thing we need to understand as far as the difference between mitosis and meiosis is concerned. What happens in mitosis? The centromere of the chromosome get break and the broken chromosomes are moved towards the opposite poles. But anaphase of anaphase first of meiosis, there is no division of the centromere. This is a very big difference between anaphase of mitosis and anaphase of meiosis. Chromosome get reduced to half during this stage. Here we can see the chromosomes are moved toward the poles. There is no breaking of this centromere. Bivalent separated and start moving toward the opposite poles. The sister chromatids remain attached at their centromere. Sister chromatids are still attached at their centromere position, and chromosomes are look like the capital B and capital J shape during this anaphase. Same in case of the animal cell also. Only difference aster is formed in animal cell. Let's move toward the telophase first. Homologous chromosomes pairs complete their migration to the two poles. Means migration is completed, and homologous chromosomes now are at the two opposite poles. The chromatids get uncoiled and become elongated. Now the chromatids are elongated, uncoiled, and become thread-like. A haploid set of chromosomes is at each pole, with each chromosome still having two chromatids. The nuclear envelope reforms around each chromosome set. The spindle disappears and cytokinesis follows. Very, very important step. Chromosomes are now at opposite poles, and around the chromosomes there is formation of nuclear envelope. Means within a one single cells we can say there is a presence of two nuclei. Still there is no separation of cytoplasm. Separation of cytoplasm will take place cytokinesis first. If you consider the plant cell, formation of cell plate. Cell plate get formed in plant cell, whereas in animal cell, cleavage furrow is formed. Here we can see the cleavage furrow, whereas in plant cell plate is formed. Big difference between plant cell and animal cell. Cell plate is start to form from the center of the cell and move towards the periphery of the cell wall, whereas the animal cell cleavage furrow is start from the end and move toward the center. Hence, two cells become separated, each resulting a daughter cell prepare itself to undergo the next meiotic division, that is meiosis second. So let's move toward the meiosis second. Before that, we will summarize the meiosis first. What happens exactly in prophase first? In prophase first, the chromosomes condense and the nuclear envelope breaks down. Crossing over occurs. We have discussed in detail. Metaphase, chromosomes are arranged on equatorial plate or metaphasic plate. Anaphase first, chromosomes are not broken. Chromosomes are moved toward the opposite pole. Due to aster formation, homologous chromosomes move to the opposite poles of the cell. During telophase and cytokinesis, first chromosomes gather at the poles of the cells. The cytoplasm get divided. So this is case of the meiosis first. Now move toward the meiosis second. Meiosis second, remember, meiosis second is exactly mitosis. That's why meiosis second is called as equational division. Now what happened in meiosis second? We have discussed anaphase first, in which centromere is not broken. But anaphase second of meiosis second, centromere is broken. Let's see. Meiosis second is again divided into prophase second, metaphase second, anaphase second, and telophase second. Prophase second, centromere appears distinct with two chromatids. Here is a centromere and chromatids are there. Nuclear membrane nuclei break up. Means this is nucleolus and nuclear membrane start to disappear. Then what appear? Spindle fiber are start to appear. Chromosome become condensed and thick. This is a distinguished point of the prophase. Here we can see the animal cell. This is a plant cell. This is animal cell. Now the centrioles are start to move toward the opposite poles. As soon as the prophase second over, the aster formation is take place from the centrioles. Metaphase second, spindle fibers are formed, no doubt. Chromosomes are now arranged at the equatorial plate or the metaphasic plate. One point we have to remember here, if we see the animal cell, here we can see this is a red colored chromosome on which blue colored chromosome part is there, we can see. And on the blue chromosome part, we can see here the red colored chromosome part. Where it come from? It came from the prophase first Pachettin stage, means genetic material exchange is take place during the passaging stage. So here we can see the segments. Here we can see the segment that are attached on the chromosomes. In plant cell, we can also see this is black colored chromosome on which white colored part of the white colored chromosome get attached. On white colored chromosome, black colored chromosome part is get attached. So all the chromosomes are arranged on equatorial plate or metaphasic plate. So the spindle fiber are attached to the centromere. Remember, this is arrangement on the equatorial plate is take place due to the spindle fiber which are attached at the centromere of the chromosome. Let's see the anaphase second. During this phase, the centromere divides. Okay, remember anaphase first and anaphase second. Big difference. In anaphase first, no centromere divides. In anaphase second, centromere divides. Two chromatids of each chromosome move to the opposite poles. Here we can see chromatids are moved toward the opposite poles. Why? Due to contraction of spindle fiber. The poles of the spindle fibers and poles at these spindle fibers attract or contract or pull the chromosome toward the opposite poles. Each chromatid gets converted into separate chromatid which are long and thin. Now, these pulled chromosomes are now behave as a separate chromosome. Okay. Now, next move to the telophase second. In this stage, a nuclear envelope forms around each set of chromosomes. Here we can see nuclear envelope is formed, nucleolus is also formed. The arms of the chromosome get uncoiled. Because of crossing over, some chromosomes are seen to have recombined segments. Here we can see the recombined segment. Blue colored chromosome on which red chromosomal part is there, and on the red colored chromosome, blue colored chromosome part is there. Here also the chromosomal part is get exchanged. Cytokinesis second. Up till now, as far as meiosis second is concerned, only the division of the nucleus happened, means separation of chromosomes happened, but still the division of cytoplasm is remained, and that takes place in cytokinesis second. In plant cell, cell plate is formed, and in animal cell, cleavage furrow is formed. Here we can see this is plant cell, and this is the cell plate get formed, and now we can see there is a four haploid cells, four haploid daughter cells. Not only the number of the chromosome, but also the half the amount of DNA is there as that of the parent cell. Each daughter cell has each daughter cell have what? Each daughter cell have half the number of chromosome, half the number of DNA as that of the parent cell. Okay, thus the resulting cells are truly haploid cells. Now we can say whatever the cells which are formed after the meiosis are truly haploid cells. Let's summarize meiosis second part, 4 stages. Prophase second, a new spindle forms around the chromosomes. We can see due to the aster formation, new spindles are formed. Metaphase second, chromosomes are arranged on equatorial plate or metaphasic plate. Anaphase second, centromere divides. Chromatids move to the opposite poles of the cells. Sister chromatids separated. In telophase second and cytokinesis, nuclear envelope forms around each set of chromosomes. That is telophase second. And in cytokinesis second, cytoplasm get divided, and there is formation of 1, 2, 3, 4 cells. So the last aspect, that is significance of meiosis. Why there is a need of meiosis to happen? From diploid cells, diploid parent cell, haploid daughter cells are produced, which in turn fuse to form the diploid cell. Now, again, the newly formed daughter cell, when they fuse with the opposite strain, they again form the diploid cell. It restricts the multiplication of chromosome number and maintains the stability of the species. If the multiplication of chromosome is going on, then there will be what you can say, there will be the cancer. That means meiosis restricts the multiplication of chromosome number and maintain the stability of the species. Maternal paternal genes get exchanged during the crossing over. We have seen very detailed the crossing over or exchange of genetic material during the patching of prophase first of meiosis first. Okay, and it result in variation among the offspring. All the four chromatids of the homologous pairs of chromosomes segregate and go over separately to four different daughter cells. This leads to variation in the daughter cell genetically. Thank you for your patience sharing. I request all of you, if you not subscribe my channel Raj Botany, please do subscribe it. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and please don't forget to press the bell icon to hear or to have the updated video. Thank you very much.